Welcome to Enhance My Slides, 5 Rules to Producing Professional Slides. This short video is supported by a comprehensive practical guide which can be found on our website www.enhancemyslides.com. Okay, so let's crack on. Rule 1. Be consistent. Now, Oscar Wilde once wrote that consistency is the last refuge of the unimaginative mind. Okay, he's probably right, but I'm sure he never wrote a PowerPoint presentation. So here is how it works in PowerPoint. The more that is consistent across your slides, the more professional they will look. With consistency, the devil is in the detail. So if you're thinking this simply means making sure all of your slides use the same background and that all of the text uses the same font styles and sizes, then you'd be right, but you'd also be wrong. It means much more than this. Unfortunately, you have the human subconscious to outwit, and sadly, it is a master at spotting inconsistencies. So it is not just the seen that makes a difference, but also the unseen, and this requires a lot of attention to detail. The secret is to group your content. Start off grouping the standard items such as headings, subheadings, bullets, logos, chart types, etc. Then group the subject-specific items, which themselves may be made up of several individual items. For example, a product description, which might include the product's name, a picture of the product, some text describing it, and the price. Or how the infrastructure in a building is laid out, which could include a diagram, a list of features, the building's address, etc. Once you've categorized them into content groups, then for each group you need to consider how they appear, in what order they appear, where they appear, and how they look when they appear. So, despite Oscar Wilde's disdain with slideshows, consistency is king. On to Rule 2. You must remain the main attraction, not the slides. Slides are there to summarize, highlight, enhance, or even drive home your message. They're not there to deliver your message. You are. Anything that takes your audience's attention away from what you are saying means that you might as well not be saying it, as they won't be listening, will they? The idea is simple to grasp, but it isn't always easy to do. The trouble is, we don't always start in the right place. The trick is not to start by pulling together your content in PowerPoint, only to then extract your speaker's notes. Actually, do it the other way round. Produce your speaker's notes, and then extract the key messages you want to use in your slides. By doing it this way, it will encourage you to put the detail into what you are going to say, and the summary into the slides. Also use the rule of 6. That's 6 words per bullet, 6 bullets per slide. Not only will this help you focus on summarizing what you're planning to say, but it would also bring a level of balance and consistency to your slides as a whole. Rule 3. Looks are everything. Sadly, unlike books, audiences do judge a presentation by its cover, or at least by its slides. So at the risk of using a self-supporting statement, focus on the presentation of your presentation. Again, the rule of 6 helps to bring a balance to all of your slides in the way they look, but also ensure that the colours used throughout complement and harmonise with each other. If you're going to use images or videos, make sure they are professionally produced. Photos taken on your old phone are definite no-nos. Even images you or a friend have snapped on a high-resolution camera should be avoided, unless of course you're an actual David Bailey. In basic terms, if you don't have a professionally produced image or video, think about using words or clip art to support your message. Rule 4. Less is more with special effects. PowerPoint provides an ugly glut of fancy and sadly in most cases gratuitous and repugnant special effects. Okay, I'm going overboard slightly here. The trouble is, I've yet to see words sparkle as they appear, look professional, or images that burst into flames or bounce their way across a slide. These are for home entertainment, not for the professional presentation. Besides, PowerPoint isn't that good at them either. Sure, you can get them to move, but on the day, the gremlins will have struck, and mid-move it will jerk, ruining the whole effect. So, use them sparingly, if at all. Finally, Rule 5. Rules are made to be broken. Okay, that doesn't mean forget the last 5 minutes of your life, quite the opposite. If you're going to break one of these rules, make it a positive decision to do so, rather than an amateurish oversight. Okay, a final word from us. If you're now thinking this is going to take a little longer to put together than you'd first thought, or more to the point, you don't think you have the enthusiasm to explore the finer aspects of PowerPoint's user manual, then we can help. Our services takes your content and applies these rules to produce great looking professional slides. So, if you would like us to help, on our website, submit your brief. And we'll do the rest.